install the game. Welcome to Story of Seasons Friends in Mineral Town. This is a remake of Harvest Moon Friends in Mineral Town, which itself was a remake of Harvest Moon Back to Nature on PS1. So it's been remade twice, finally under the Story of Seasons name, and it is directly linked, or not directly, partially linked to Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life, which will be dropping later this year. There was connectivity between them on the GBA and on the GameCube, so I'm really looking forward to playing this again. I'm just hoping that... Okay, so... I'm pale. I'm hoping that when it drops, it'll have some connectivity with Friends in Mineral Town. I believe all you really got for it was a few extra music tracks to play between the games, but that was pretty cool in itself because it was all retro Harvest Moon games tracks, which, of course, now this is a very retro one. I believe this dropped 1 year before Pioneers of Olive Town, which Olive Town is underappreciated in my opinion, because people didn't like the features at it when it was like, it was borrowing from Stardew Valley people, and everyone loves Stardew Valley. So let's go with... Now here's the thing, my birthday can be considered spring or summer depending on where you live. And if I make it summer, that's gonna change the date of the dude I'm going for. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to make... Here's a little system I have. If we treat each season as 4 to 5 months, winter being a little extra long, that makes each season 6 days, or each month 6 days, so I'm gonna go January, February, wait, February, March, April, May, June. So, my birthday will be June 26th. Oh, I am not Naomi. Let's go... Kate. So that's my... Okay. I've played this many times on both modes, but I'm going for... I have a few goals in this run, so I'm going simple mode just to make that a little easier. One day, a special letter arrived in my mailbox. It was sent from a person who introduced himself as the mayor of a certain little town. The moment I finished reading that letter, I packed my things and headed straight for the train station. Once there, I bought a ticket to Mineral Town, the place where my grandfather had his farm. Now, here's the thing. There were many changes in the backstory throughout the different editions of this game. In the original version 2, in both original versions, there was a version where you played as a guy, and a version where you played as a girl, so that's 4 games total, all different backstories. This one kinda gives you the same backstory between both genders now. Though it's based partially on, I want to say, the GBA male version. There were a lot, or not some, there were some things that were a little questionable about the original female version. It starts with you drowning and you're saved on a boat by a mysterious man. And the goal of the game is to not only farm, but find out who saved you and brought you to Mineral Town. And it's like, why couldn't the villagers just help you go back home? They just give you a farm and say, oh, you can live here for now on. It's like, where did we come from? The game never answers that. So here we had an unknown androgynous child. And that's our childhood sweetheart that we don't remember the details of. because we were a little kid. The backstory for the female player in the GBA female version was... Another thing they could have fixed. Just make it as if it's on my head. Was that you were bored of your life in the city, you see an ad about a farm that's up to date, and you go there, you've already spent all your money on it, and it is trashed beyond belief. So, I'm glad it was starting sunny. What kind of crap? Oh, we got a good nap already. Perfect. I was tempted to reset if I got a crappy nap. Out there. So, Tomas says, well, you're gonna have to live here then. And spend all your money, so you're doomed, and you can choose to attack him with your hammer for smashing rocks. It was crazy, and then they even reference it in the male version of Harvest Moon DS. It's like... So, does that mean canonically in Harvest Moon DS, which is set 100 years after A Wonderful Life / Friends at Mineral Town, that the female protagonist was the one that was canon. So yeah. Harvest Moon has always been a little twisted in that sense. But slapstick humor, while not my favorite, is fine in small doses. Okay, we got 3 grapes today from our tree. Sometimes we'll find grape or honey there, up to 3 grapes in 1 honey jar. So, let's pick these turnips that we get on our easy mode. And shift up. Now, if we were to go down past this time, we would find one of the new bachelorettes added to the game. I'm gonna avoid doing that so we can get an item we can sell for a little bit more cash. I'm gonna store this rock. And we're going to shift this orange grass. We don't have a lot of inventory right now, and we just need to make money to start with. No, we started with a little more than if we were playing on regular mode. So around this time on this day, if you go into Poultry, the chicken and rabbit shop, we unlock our first heart event with Bachelor number 1, Rick. Lilia is Poperme and Rick's mom. She's a little sickly, but she's super sweet and kind. Rick kinda gets a bad rap in this game, unfortunately. He doesn't like the one that Popery, because in this game you have a romantic rival, no matter who you go for, is going for, because he's being an older, overprotective big brother. Mind you, we're not gonna see Popery's sweetheart for a while, but Rick doesn't like him just because Popery likes him. That's all there is to it. And some people, I believe, have said he's racist because he's black. It's like, no, he's just... It could have been any dude, and he would be like, stay away from Popery. Here's Bachelor number 2, Doctor. Yes, that's his name. I believe in one of the Harvest Moon games he has a name. I forget what it is. I think it was another Harvest Moon on DS, which in itself is a weird name for a Harvest Moon game. But yeah, Harvest Moon goes to Zelda's trend of our characters are all related over centuries to previous characters, and they all look the same and have the same name. And no, I would not take this from him in real life. I'm someone who knows meds pretty well, and I'm like, no, this is a bad idea. In this particular card event, we are fine after doing this. Over there is Ellie, Bachelorette number 2, who's going for Doctor, but I believe they've stated that Ellie is the canon wife in some cases. I don't know which games. But I like her. She's really sweet. And she just has it in for Doctor. He is so oblivious. For now I'm only getting potato and cucumber seeds. Okay. We're gonna meet characters for the first time as their heart events come up. Now I could go that way and talk to the nature sprites and give them gifts. They're kinda like Junimos from Stardew Valley, basically. But I'm not going to just because we need the energy for the food for the energy for today. So here we have, well, this character we're technically not supposed to meet till day 2, but I want to get some cabbage seeds going as quick as possible. Because my goal for this season is to make as much money as I can early, or at least halfway through at the rodeo, because we can get a cow really quickly that way. In fact, we might even be able to afford all the big livestock at once. Gots he's a big bear, but he's a kind teddy bear. If you get into like year 3 of the game and you haven't fully befriended Gots, he's gonna be in a slump for a while. So if you play that long, be kind to Gots. He's kind enough to take in this dude, Brandon. Which, Brandon's cool. He's a little odd, but all artists are kind of odd, myself included. So yeah, I'm not too big on Brandon and Jennifer, the 2 new bachelors and bachelorettes. They're just kind of quirky. Jennifer, I like a little bit better than Brandon, because it's not so much that she's odd, she's just very, very clearly meant to be what people, a predecessor to hippies, would be. So, her being into, like, chakras and flower power, it all makes sense to me. My mom is a hippie, so I get that a lot. Brandon is just autistic, I guess, in a sense. He's off the bell curve, but so am I, and I'm autistic myself. Oh, why don't we meet Jennifer early? We have enough flowers. Jennifer likes flowers, as does Ellie. In spring, Ellie prefers toy flowers to the other kind, though. Every day we're going to drop a flower in here for the harvest goddess, because we'll get multiple things out of it. And a lot of them are very late, but they're godly. We're gonna drop this other orange grass. Oh, never mind. Normally I get back here fast. Stopping for Jennifer to do that. Later, when we have more energy and or power berries, we will be whacking that gopher every time we see him. I'm not really a fan of that in real life, but there's a system in this game called farm points that rates how good a farmer you are. All the ones. And needless to say, that gopher, every time you hit him, you get 1 farm point. It's terrible. I know, it's terrible. Cucumbers there for now then. Meant to hit this spot over here, but oh well. Get the watering can. You never want to stay up past... You typically don't want to stay up past 10 in this game. At least till you get something later. Because it will sap you of energy much faster. And that happy face in the corner is your fatigue meter, and it will look really bad if you start turning green. Or if you start turning blue, that's the signal to stop what you're doing and eat something. Is all I'll say. Oh, all I can say, but... I am running out of time, and out of time. It's the first day, and you do get less time. So it's not a big deal, I think. We're just gonna be a little winded tomorrow, I guess. Oh, my face is totally gonna go blue, isn't it? This is gonna be bad. Thankfully, unlike Pioneer's Wild Town, you always wake up at the same time, I think. Is that everything? That better be everything. Okay, so let's get to bed. Hopefully everything is water. Tomorrow's look at the clouds for night. Every Tuesday you want to watch TV to get recipes, even though we can't cook yet. Certain recipes are only available on certain days. Hello, Hong. Wong. Chinese is not my forte. I'm just gonna go with... I guess if it were Vietnamese, it would be Wong. So I'm just gonna say Hong for now. So, Hong is a little shady. Like, he is a little shady. Not 100%, but... Like, he's not terrible. In fact, he's one of the secret bachelors. I don't know how you marry him, by the way. In fact, there's quite a few secret bachelors and bachelorettes. The Harvest Goddess is also one of them, and... Oh, I can't do it. The Harvest Goddess is one of the hardest characters to marry in this game. Purely based on a... You know the Mario Party 2 minigame? Where you basically have to... I believe it's the one in Pirate Land, where you have to... You see all the barrels switching around and you have to guess what item you wanted in what barrel. You have to play that kind of minigame by paying money to Hong 10 times, and each time you have to gift the item, he gives you a surprise to the Harvest Goddess. And I suck at those kind of games. Or it's not that I suck at them, it's that the items Hong is switching around all look the same. And have really, really long names, so he's gonna say a full name each time, and when you hear the long name, it's hard to keep track of it in your head. That might just be my ADHD symptoms, I don't know. next heart event typically occurs on Tuesday in the mornings, just after 10. Bachelor number 3, Gray. And his grandfather, Saibada. Or Saibada. It's like... some of these characters do have different names from when they were in the Harvest Moon series versus Story of Seasons. Some of it's due to the former license holder that still owns Harvest Moon's name not agreeing to give those characters names when rights back. Oh, thank God I just said that. And it is a little sad, in a sense, that they didn't have the right, they should not have the rights to Harvest Moon anymore. In name. Even in just name only. The games they're putting out under the name Harvest Moon currently are just not as good as Story of Seasons. Okay, so first we're gonna make our way left. Bachelorette number 3, Ron. As I was saying, she had a different name when she was in Harvest Moon. Her name was Anne. But I don't know what her Japanese name was originally. But I have a feeling it was wrong to begin with, and they changed it to Anne. Because it sounded similar, and it sounded more Western, but since anime is more big now in the West, giving her Japanese name is a little easier. Because people will actually recognize it now. Less people will be offended, but no one should be offended anyway. I guess it's just like what they did with, for the most part, in the dub of Digimon, the original one, where they gave all the kids nicknames, didn't change their names for the most part, just gave them nicknames that are easier for kids to slowly adjust to Japanese culture. And over time that helped us, as we got older, to be more comfortable learning to pronounce Japanese names, because they use this in, okay, we're gonna stop in here because there's no hard event ever. Well, not anytime soon anyway. This is Mana. Secret of Mana. And she talks a lot. You do kind of... She's like me, she talks a lot. See, I already clicked on her again twice. And I already gave away her sad backstory. Oh no, stop talking now. This is my ADHD button. Now let's go see her lovable husband, Duke. Duke isn't all bad, but you can definitely tell what Mana says about him is semi-true. But because of who we're pursuing, things for them will get better. Here we have Vassal. And his wife, Anna. What was Anna's name originally? Because if Ran was Anne, that's a little awkward. Bachelorette number 4, Marie. Shy bookworm. My friend went for her in his last playthrough. I believe her name was originally Mary. She's super sweet. I'm gonna admit that. Okay, here we have Ellen. She's confined to that chair, but I love to come and see her and bring her flowers. And her grandson Yu. As you might guess, Ellie is Yu's older sister. I believe their parents aren't around anymore. We already met Yu. So let's go and see Ellie's first heart event. Shouldn't harass people. Let's get our heart points of Ellie. I am at least going to befriend all the bachelors and bachelorettes. Priority goes to the bachelorettes because of the funny cutscene that will happen later. Okay. Last heart event for the day. And this is the winner chicken dinner, guys. Well, not Carter. Cliff is like the shyest bean. He's the one I had the most sympathy for because the backstory is really sad. So I usually go for Cliff, and he kind of gets later taken in by Duke and Nana when you pursue him. Or, well, if you make him stay in town at least. Because he will leave at the end of the year if you don't do something with him in August. And it's just like, they get a surrogate son. It doesn't necessarily replace their daughter, and it's like, it's just such a happy thing in my opinion. Okay, let's gift. I make all the harvest sprites on the left side of the house. My watering sprites, and all of them like grapes and honey. Well, the one in purple doesn't exactly like honey, but he doesn't like grapes, I mean, so we're gonna give him some honey instead. The thing that the harvest sprites tend to like are usually related to our color, though Sunny doesn't particularly like yellow flowers. Oh, the audio's not sounding good in my ears. Okay. Oh, I should move the mic a little bit farther. There we go. Oh. Don't fall over me, Mike. Okay. Let's... Oh. We're gonna worry about eating that later. Just because I want to have a little more money on. Oh, hello. Officer Harris. He's the mayor's son, by the way. But he's way better than Jacopo and Prince. Like, I will take Officer Harris over Jacopo any day. I mean that, Jacopo is a lazy deadbeat. Jennifer's not here right now. Maybe I'll stream a little longer tonight because I feel like this game goes a little faster, and then all the time from how days flow, but or at least that's how it usually is for me. I'm still oh, hi Karen. This is the general store we gathered. We're gonna see her heart event tomorrow, but oh well. basically go and get free water at the end to slowly inch his health back up, and even though time passes, I just think it is much better to heal up in the hot spring because it is so much closer to your house. Nope, not that button. What did I do? How do I... There's gotta be a shortcut for viewing the farm map. Yeah, we're gonna want to clean up the other end and the other side right now. Just so we can get as much grass going as possible to feed livestock. Doesn't work for chickens, but chicken feed will be not a problem. So we are getting a chicken first, or at least two. So we want to basically clear as much of the left side as we can. Like tomorrow we're gonna get some grass starts that will be we're gonna plant up here, basically. Well, we'll get one, and it'll just spread, as long as we don't cut it all. On Switch, there's a button you can hit to just immediately look at your farm map. See what's there, see what's not. Guess it's not in this version, or it's a button I'm not thinking of. Because this is my first time playing it on PS4. That's enough cleared for now. Let's deposit the orange and yellow grass, which we're going to be doing for most of this month until we get our bag bigger. So, bed. We're 2 days in and it's already 30 minutes past. Day for the fishes, that means we're going mining. I don't think we're gonna save any cabbage this year, though. I do like the quality of life improvements of this game to a degree. It feels really great that crops no longer spoil. Even if it's a little less realistic. That end, you don't need to worry about your animals getting sick if you don't feed them anymore, so you don't have to worry about buying animal medicine because it's not a thing, nor do they die. That was a really dark cutscene in the original version of this game. head into town. I'm not gonna start befriending people too much yet. Especially Potpourri, because she has a cutscene that tends to trigger for me on the really bad times. Like, she always comes the day my first batch of cabbages grow, and it is so inconvenient. So here's our first hard event with Karen. I feel so bad for Jeff. He's a very stressed out guy, ruled by his wife and daughter. Let's go see the harvest sprites. Oh, wait. Wrap up a jar of honey, because today is Plum's birthday. If it's wrapped, we'll get a little more points with him for giving him a birthday present. Okay, so we'll give Plum his birthday present. To save on grapes, we'll give you bluegrass. We'll give you... give you honey too. You... Are they more befriended or just Plum? Yeah, just Plum. See, if we had just given Plum the honey without it being wrapped, he would have only gone up about 3 points, or 3 musical notes in friendship. But you typically... Plum's... When you want to get help quickly in the game, you can use the harvest sprite. It saves you a lot of time in your game. I don't have them do everything for me. Typically, all I have them do early in the game is water flowers and plants, and I never have them take care of my animals. I do have them occasionally help the crops, though, but I make sure not to train them too much on that, so I can stand a chance of getting some for myself. And the reason I don't make them train my animals is because I like to take care of my animals, because I prefer to take care of them myself, so I don't know if it interferes with their affection for you or not. And you want your animals to like you in this game, because it improves the quality of the stuff you get from them. Could give Cliff some grapes, but I don't plan on marrying Cliff for a while. Besides, I want to give him a much better item when we get access to it. Every character in this game is likes and dislikes, just like Stardew Valley, because that was originally, if I remember, a Harvest Moon fan game while it was being made. You can't chop these stumps yet. Level up. Seems like not a lot of wood around. Getting our axe level up early is not necessarily a bad thing. I might realize just now I didn't get the fishing rod. I'll have to get that later. Giving out flowers soon. Mind you, we can store them indoors. We just can't store things we can eat yet. Oh yeah, we're definitely storing some flowers away in woods. They tend to get moondrop flowers more often than I tend to see the others. Grapes fights, and so we have a little extra energy to mine. I'm gonna try not to waste the bamboo shoots either, because you can cook some pretty rare stuff with that, and it's only available in spring. However, because it is going to rain tomorrow, I am going to plow the next set of crops in my field already, or at least clear the ground for them. I just realized I already put plum on. Nope. That would have been a waste. It's gonna rain tomorrow. I forgot the turnip seeds. Good job, good job. Well, store's closed now. Can't do anything about it. Okay. First off, I'm gonna go drop the grass, so it'll start spreading a little at a time. I tend to clear things in stages: grass, wood, rocks. So let's clear this. Thankfully, there's no much water today, so there won't be as much to rain for us. One of my other goals for this playthrough is to get all the rare seeds first year, and to do that, we basically have to, because I am eating bluegrass seeds, sell the free main crops of each season. They'll be in the top of the list on the store, especially in fall, because there's extra crops there that you don't necessarily need to plant. You need to sell about 100 each, or ship 100 each. Doesn't matter how many you grow, you have to ship 100. There we go. Guess we'll plant the turnips here and leave that part for more cabbage seeds. Oh, wearing myself out again. Normally I would have just plowed the field tomorrow, but that was only going to be if Plum was there to take some energy off us, so I should store the extra 9. Okay. And it is raining. Since I'm not going to have a full tool bag today, I'm going to get my fishing rod today before we go mining. Okay. So, everything's watered. I need to hit this one. Don't worry about fatigue too much right now. Guess we're gonna have to give Plum a flower today. Let's stop here, or not. They're not open yet. You know what, let's see if Ellie's house is open. Hopefully I don't get that cutscene with you. Okay, Ellie's not open. Or Ellie's, I don't know, found her, probably still asleep. Zach's not at his house yet. Hope he goes back soon. I should have cleared some weeds by picking them on my farm. before coming out. Sprites, open up. Let me in. Let me in. Sprites. Please open at 9. Come on. Yes. Okay, we're gonna give you this flower since we know you don't like grapes, which is contrary to your color by a lot. They should all be at... My watering sprites should be at 3 musical notes now. This means, because you get an extra day for watering, it'll be even better tomorrow. They learn faster the more they like you, and that's dependent on how many days you talk to them and how many gifts you give them. In fact, all the characters in this game, depending on how many days you talk or think to them, you might have their affection go down if you neglect them too much. It's not as bad as it sounds, though. I hear thunder, that makes me nervous. Roof sticks in my room. Look at school this time. Ask for help. Water crops. Yes. Let's get these guys practicing at the very least. I try to hire a sprite every other day for watering just to... Thunder! 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 You know what I'm referencing? You know how Cartoon Network was. I had to air it earlier than most people could get up. Just like they did the Pokemon. I believe that is the only reason Thundercats reboot got cancelled. They just aired it too early in the morning. I may have to stop this stream earlier than I want. I was planning on going for a little extra time on this, but if it's gonna thunder, I can't do that because the storms are pretty bad in Arizona. Like you mentioned, the Middle East is the only place that gets monsoon storms. No, Arizona gets them. Very few places outside of the United States do, maybe like the edge of the border towns and the surrounding states get monsoons. No. It's like Arizona gets the bizarre wind flowing in the wrong direction storms, just like the Middle East. I don't even know how to explain it. Or why it happens. It is just the most circumstance of living here. And if you are moving here at some point in the future, I would advise you, if it starts thundering so loud your house shakes, unplug all your technology, even if you have a surge protector. Like, risky business. Like, my neighbor, or one of my old neighbors where we lived before, thunderstruck the ground and it killed his TV, and then the next few weeks after he got a new TV, it killed his new TV. So yeah, don't stress over nature. The haboob is a bitch. I should not have said that. YouTube, if you heard that, that's not a sexual word. It's Word, we're monsters. Carter's going in his church, so hopefully that means Zach's back at his house or on his way. Oh, I should stop and get seeds at the general store while I'm at it. Okay, he's not here yet. Let's go there now. We're gonna waste a bit of time, but not as much as if I cleared the field. Oh, there's Zach. Typically, Juan won't let you in if Zach's not home. I know, it's a little weird in that sense. And even though Juan is a bachelor and everyone's transsexual in this, or not transsexual, you can marry guys and girls in this game, I am convinced that Zach and Juan are a thing. It's my headcanon, don't stop me. There's only one bed in this house. Where do you think Juan sleeps? Where do you think Zach sleeps? Brandon has his own bed in Scott's house, so it's like, where else would he? So, if they aren't, it's gonna be a big shock to me. Did I already visit the Harvest Goddess? No, I went straight to town, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, we're gonna clear anything we might find. Oh, can we get to cutscene with Jennifer on rainy days? Doesn't look like it, or at least not on Thursday. The only day I know you can get the first hard event with Jennifer is Monday. I have to drop the flowers off the house because I'm getting so many of them and I kind of need the space for mining. Eat this blue blossom now just to improve our condition and make space. Give the gift to the Harvest Goddess. Ship the orange grass. Orange grass is only really used when you cook things. Mind you, there is something pretty nice you can cook with it. Relaxed tea if you don't get it from the Harvest Goddess or from the Harvest Sprites. Because I tend to avoid their tea parties. But the Harvest Sprites usually give you one relaxed tea a year, but the grass you get throughout all the seasons. Different ones have different seasons. Once you get them all, you can literally make almost anything. Or you can typically make relaxed tea, which is godly. I put all these things in the wrong spots, didn't I? Okay. To the mine, to the mine, to the mine, 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 to the mine, to the mine, 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 mine. Mining's probably going to be the last thing we do today, but I'm going to make a couple trips if I can between hospitals. So, let us... and yes, I'm going to save Scum to find the way down. It was a thing. It's been a thing in every version of this game. Marvelous could have taken it out if they wanted to. They seriously could have. It's like... So, I doubt they're offended that I'm saved scumming to get deeper in the mine. our only goal right now is to get to floor 6 and do some mining there, because that's where the gold ore is. And we want to befriend Wong as quickly as possible, because he is a very useful character to be friends with. And he likes gold. He won't take anything less. Mind you, he will take the later ones, the later types of ore, but it's just in our best interest to not waste too much energy, so gold is like the bare minimum. Couple more floors to go. And as for why, and I guess I should say I'm not going to be playing more Tales and Persona on the channel, because at least not Persona 5, because I just interconnected too much with Kamoshida with my own childhood, so it's like PTSD if I need to play that on my own, so I can finish it and be calm and not stressed on stream. So that's for my own mental health, and the reason I'm not gonna continue Symphonia on stream is primarily because I'm just getting frustrated with what changes, or what they didn't change and fix from the PS2 version onto the PS4 and PS5 of all things. It's just awful in my eyes that they did not fix the frame rate. Granted, I know it would have been very hard to fix the frame rate, but... and the frame rate's not too bad, but... so many people wanted so much better for this game, and I'm hearing things like the blowing sands in the desert make your game slow down, and that is just sad. Like, they did not go for optimal on this game, and I heard the Switch version has so many more problems. It even looks much more muted in color, which is terrible. It's like, Symphonia fans were done dirty. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I can keep going. So I've already gotten... okay. There we go. We're gonna hold on to 7 of the other ores, save the scrap ore, because that's kinda useless to us. It's just for selling. Okay, so... there we go. Head back in the hot spring. We could probably make one more trip to the mine, then I'm gonna call it a night. Not that I've heard more thunder. But... okay, into the house, or not, hot spring, whatever. Later when we start cooking, I don't even have to save scum at that point, but much later in the game, getting through 50 floors at a time won't be a problem at all. But I think that's a little over a year into the game, if not, or around there at least. It's dependent on how many offerings you make to the Harvest Goddess. She will insert an elevator that takes you down 50 floors at a time. You just have to reach those floors separately. So you go from floor 1 to floor 50 to floor 100, etc. Okay. Not starting that. Okay. There we go. Oh, first try. Has anyone seen that video? I think it was viral for a while on YouTube called First Try. where those two old people were trying to figure out if their webcam was working and they accidentally recorded themselves, and their granddaughter found it on their computer. They didn't even know it was there, or if they'd successfully recorded the video. She uploaded it. It was just the cutest, silliest thing. Like, it was just like, oh, they're so sweet and dumb. Or not dumb, but ignorant of technology. Or not ignorant. What's a nice way of saying this? Technology was a little over their head. It was just the purest thing. Protect old people. Okay, almost there. Oh. The thunder seems to have gone through really quickly. Depending on if it starts raining or thundering more, I may be able to continue after all. Though, back on the Symphonia remaster, there was something that they never mentioned in any of their information that they added to the release, which was the bestiary, which is like the database for all the monsters you scan with your magic lens, now has little descriptions written by Rain. And some of them are pretty funny. There's one where there's this monster that has a giant mouth, and Rain's like, I wonder if it could swallow Lloyd whole. Like, of course Rain would say that. Since she thinks in her scientific professor ways. Yeah, but that wasn't in any of the previous versions of the game, so I thought that was neat, and they did fix the boat. It's just the rest of the port is what, or remasters, kind of what they fell short on. But I'm glad they fixed the boat. I'm glad they fixed the boat, because that boat was awful before. I mean, even in the GameCube, that boat ride was obnoxious in how it controlled. So, I'll give credit where the credit is due. It's just Symphonia could have gotten better. I just know that, I do know the details of why it wasn't 30 frames, but, or I mean, why it wasn't 60 frames, but, because it's hard-coded and they don't, and it would take a lot of effort to unhard-code it and get all that data, so they could port it, or speed up the frame rate, and they don't have that data from the GameCube. Which is understandable, it's just frustrating. Okay. Get as much grass as we can this way. Till 9:30. No energy wasted. I just like doing it with the sickle on non-rainy days to get grass out of it. Okay, that's enough for now. Because it sells a little better in the early game. This is like one each. That comes on one day and learn some really good stuff from it. I forgot to get the fishing rod again. Good job. And we'll have room in my house to buy it anyway. Well, I'm happy to have you so you can stay here as well. 1 day of training allows the harvest sprites to water up to 9 spaces a day, even if they take breaks, so I wouldn't worry too much. I don't think he would bother 4, so I'm gonna water through the survival. Or plots, I mean. Or not plots, what's the word? Or 9 magazines, let's just put it that way. Or 9 bags. Potpourri likes the toy flowers as well, but we're not going to give her any, just because we don't want to befriend her just now. Just because I know she's going to start befriending everyone. And here's our first instance of a rival event. We're not too friendly with Gray yet, or Mary. So we're going to see the slow growth of their relationship. I believe after you got married, it had a kitten game on the GBA version only. Might have been on PS1, I don't know. But after you got a kid, the other characters pair off and you feel like a one walks with your kids, and it was really cute. I don't think that's in this version. According to an interview a couple years ago, I think they said that they just didn't have time to complete rival marriages, and that's why they only go to the rivalry stage. Unfortunately, because the pandemic hit them hard. Let's get another set of turnips that's going at the very least, but first we're going to introduce ourselves to Moogie. Talked to him 3 times when I first met him. And this is his granddaughter, May. May is the sweetest little thing, by the way. Let's see. Some of the characters' birthdays approaching, and I like to give them gifts a little ahead of time to get their friendship up faster. Oh, right. So, because we spoke to Moogie, we're gonna need a brush for tomorrow. Oh, first hard event with Potpourri. I don't think any more will trigger as long as we don't give her gifts. In real life, I'm not a big bird fan, or at least not a big livestock bird fan. I've been chased by them one too many times as a child. I think the first time it was, I was feeding ducks at the pond when I was 4, and I got chased by an oversized goose. Like, this goose was mean. And so I just always have this negative association with a lot of birds now. Primarily especially livestock ones, because they seem to be more territorial. And there's more thunder. No way, that's a plane. We live near an airport. Sorry if you hear that. Rival event with Dr. Ellie. Go back in. Let's give Ellie her favorite flower. Or her favorite flower for this season. You can give her most flowers and she'll be happy. Like, you can even give her moondrop flowers, which she just prefers the toy flowers to the moondrops. But any other flowers, she gets super excited. I don't know if she has a favorite in that regard, but I've found she also really likes a lot of chocolate dishes. We're just gonna trade them today and hire one tomorrow. Red will lose today, and blue will lose tomorrow, which many of us left with nowhere to burrow. While you all were fighting, the forest went away. Pom Poko, underrated Ghibli film because it's not by Miyazaki. Granted, Miyazaki's an amazing director, but like, Takahata needs more love. Like, Goro Miyazaki needs more love as well. Like, everyone's always like, it's Miyazaki's movies are the only freaking movie I've watched. It's like, Takahata a chance, people. Especially since you saw now how hard that hit Miyazaki. Movies are a little different than Miyazaki's because they're not in this environment which seems to save Pom Poko, but they are very much rooted in a lot of Japanese culture. I think my favorite would be Only Yesterday, which finally got an English release after all these years. Only Yesterday is like the greatest metaphor for being off the bell curve ever. Really spoke to me. The girl in it is very off the bell curve, very into things that most people aren't into, very bothered by crowded places, which is very autistic sounding in a good way. She can capture any art form she wants, but she sucks at math, and all that mattered and can at that point in time was she sucked at math. She perseverates like me. So overall, the movie just feels like a giant metaphor for autism in the most relatable way possible. Even if that's not what Takahata intended, it just feels that way. And in a society where you're supposed to conform, like Japan, it's like, it's an example of how some people just can't conform. Especially in the time period it was set in, which was the 60s. So it was a very relatable film, and I think his biggest masterpiece, though, is Grave of the Fireflies, which was so well done, so tear-jerking, most people can only watch it once. I'm one of those people. Like, it is a war film and a sad war film. At that. Very well done. I can't attest to it, but he also made a film based on the Japanese folk tale, The Bamboo Cutter, which he called The Legend of Princess Kaguya. And I want to see it so bad. I want to see it so bad. He even made the art style like a traditional Japanese painting. It was absolutely gorgeous looking. I just haven't had the opportunity to see it yet. Okay. Enough ranting about that. By the way, when you get cucumbers, throw them in this lake. One a day. Sorry, my finger didn't scare you. I think in that same interview I brought up earlier about how they were short on time to finish the rival Amendments game. They also stated they'd love to add more wild animals in the background of later games. So that's gonna be fun. I would love to photograph more of them, like in Olive. He finished his work. Very good. And I forgot. Flower, we get bluegrass. Okay, there we go. And off to bed. And Mom just released a dog. I may have to. Okay, I think I have to stop now. We're at a good point anyway. Especially since someone's barking. Okay, this is Katidid 1992 signing off. See you next time. Bye! Give me a minute, puppy.